Welcome everybody back to another Boldcast reaction. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
And this is Jujutsu Kaisen, Season 2, Episode 7, Evening Festival. Yep, that's the name of the frickin' episode, everybody. Evening Festival. And you know what that means? Somebody, a train somewhere is gonna get completely shredded to pieces by a psycho with a patchwork face. After, probably, MECHAMARU gets either wounded beyond repair.
I feel like he's just gonna get.
He's gonna get his last words to Miwa, who are sitting right there. I saw her crying in the OP. It's over. It's Jover for our man MECHAMARU.
It's a good run, MECHAMARU.
I feel like he's gonna get his last words of like, Miwa, I really liked watching you eat that one time recently, because I do it all the time. But
Miwa, I could say something very important right now, but instead I will say, just dies.
Yeah, or maybe he'll say something. Either way, I don't know if he's making it out of there. God damn it, which is so sad. But anyway, we're getting ahead of ourselves.
Yeah.
Leave a like and subscribe. Also, I should say, I haven't said this. I should have said this last episode. We didn't watch the trailer. That's very important. We specifically did not watch the trailer, despite all of our recent, acclaim in the Jujutsu Kaisen community. We're basically famous. Despite all of that, we decided not to because we didn't want to spoil ourselves. So yeah, so I don't know what you do with that information, but there's things in the trailer that you're probably expecting that we know, but we actually don't because we didn't watch it. I guess that's my point. Yeah, leave a like and subscribe. Let's check out the episode. By the way, you can get the uncut version on Patreon, and it'll come out slightly earlier than it does on YouTube every week. Evangelion time. Bam, 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 bam. Oh, it's even the shot. I love the influence. There's so much Eva influence in the show, even in Prototype Zero, by the way. Rico looking exactly like I wonder how you survive something like this.
Yeah.
This literal like endgame Mob Psycho 100 dimple blast. Oh wow. So you just tank it?
Just dodging. Oh.
That
Whatever
looks
you do,
sick.
do not get out of there. Yeah.
Whoa. So what are you gonna do about that?
Yeah.
What's the plan if you can't? Is it to get him in a domain expansion and then just like self-destruct with all the energy, but protect yourself?
Just like pick him up and like whip him really far away.
I don't know if he can leave the barrier. He just like smacked the
him
wall
into
of the
the
barrier.
barrier.
I mean, it's harder than any material right now, so I would imagine that's how it works. Look at that fish.
That was him. He just turned into that fish.
Wait, he turned into that fish? You're gonna need a miracle cannon to get out of this one. You're telling me this fleshy punch? Wow. I was gonna say, like, this flesh punch is gonna rock this mech so hard that it just knocks over. What is this thing made of? Tinfoil? What is that?
Extra boost.
Technique.
4 chances.
It's like Yu Yu Hakusho. Oh.
Oh.
Oh my god.
Damn.
What technique was that?
It's probably probably specifically developed it for MAHITO.
But you can't develop spiritual techniques or curse techniques. He permanently destroyed a piece of it.
It's plugged into. That's so
Yeah.
good.
Literally Evangelion, so cool. Special grade.
You get what?
Get involved? What is he doing? Oh, really? Now it's looking like Gurren Lagann. We went from Evangelion to Gurren Lagann. We're going through all the mecha anime. And now it's looking like Gundam. I mean, it's like every mecha anime. Oh! I wish they didn't have to do the seizure protection, because this would look so cool without them like jittering around like that. Ooh.
Oh my god.
It's so zoomed in, it's hard to follow, but it's really cool. How does Mahito, is he gonna like worm in through the corners of something and... Because he needs to touch his soul in order to affect him. Oh no.
Hey, you have 1 minute.
Yeah, exactly, that's how it works. Or does he have 1 year stored in there? Or is it a diversion and the plug means nothing?
That would be pretty sick.
I mean, why would it? It's cursed energy. It's not like you need like industrial reactors in order to make it work. Is he gonna miss? Oh. Oh no. Domain expansion. Did he know he could do this? Oh shit. You get the whole mech in domain expansion?
Maybe he didn't know that he could do it on such, like, from so far away.
I think he was getting in close to do the attack. It's hard to tell because the animation. Did they reuse that animation? No. No, it's different. Yeah. Did he know about this? It doesn't seem like... Maybe he did. It's not showing him. Fuck. Is this a diversion? Did he exit? That's when Sukuna. Did we hear that name? Is that the one that Yuta's related to?
Oh.
Oh, what?
So freaky.
No way. What?
Can we please kill Mahito here?
New shadow style simple domain. It's like her thing? Is that what she's doing? She's creating like a little a mini domain? Do we know that? I think we knew that.
Ew.
I love it's the middle finger. Oh, that's why he's got 4.
Yeah.
So it's a domain expansion, but without needing all the cursed energy in order to do that? Or just the power?
It's just like, you can do it even if you're weak, I guess. Okay. Now Geto's just gonna destroy him.
He's gonna get hit from behind.
This fucker!
Yeah, of course he did. Don't get touched. Oh, yes, he had one in there. It's not gonna be any. It's not gonna mean anything. Oh!
Ew.
Again with the spikes, this show. Love the colors. Don't love the situation. Where are we right now? Are we still in the head?
I guess so.
It's hard to see. And he never woke up. But nobody came. Wait,
Only
halfway? We talked for a little bit at the beginning. I think they just waited. That sucks. MECHAMARU. I mean, we kind of, you know, everybody knew. They weren't playing it like it was a mystery.
Yeah, it's just too bad.
I love the banana outfits.
Unfortunate.
They're just gonna... oh, no.
Mahito's gonna like roll up and someone's gonna be like, wow, great costume.
I mean, I don't know if they could see him, but some people could. The veil. It's the whole city.
Oh. I can't see it.
Or all of town, at least.
Oh.
You can't see shit. All the curses that are just storming this place, nobody can see anything. Oh, okay. Sorry, yeah. He ran into the wall. I thought that was, like, meat.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Oh. I thought they were getting blown away. They're getting sucked in. Oh.
That's very interesting. Yeah, it's like, yeah, we learned that in first grade, bro. Zenin? Guy? He's there? Team Zenin. Interesting, they're like called out with him. He's still a working guy.
We don't know what's happening. We're just gonna see.
Shit is gonna be carnage any second.
Are they just trapping everyone in there so they get all pissed off and produce a bunch of cursed energy?
Yeah, I think
by
so.
being just angry?
I think that's the point of doing a public thing, is
Yeah.
it heightens the cursed energy afterwards too, because everybody's afraid.
Mm-hmm.
Make everybody panic, kind of charge it up. They're gonna trap him in here.
Yeah.
They're gonna use the fucking thing and then trap him in there. It's over.
I know, they literally,
There's nothing, and I mean, what else do you do? It's like all the people, and they knew, like, see this, it's stuff like that.
Ew.
2v1, both Gojo versus, oh no, there's Yuji there. Oh shit. So what the fuck was I gonna say? It's stuff like that that makes me wonder if there's a part of Geto still alive. Because they're trapping all the humans in there because they probably know that Gojo is interested in that. Did he do anything previously in like last season that would indicate to the cursed spirits that he like cares about people and like saving people as well?
Not really, and he didn't really care about it when pre-possession. He wanted to kill normal people in Jujutsu Kaisen 0.
He was more in 0? Who? I'm talking
Geto.
about. Did I say Geto? I meant. I know. I'm saying
Oh.
Geto is human. They're drawing Gojo in by threatening the lives of all these people. I think because they know that Gojo cares about that, and that he's not, he's not just about cursed users. So I think that they're. I mean, it could just be a tactic they don't know that he cares, but like a lot of sorcerers don't care about people.
Even if you don't care about people, though, they're still gonna take a stand when a bunch of them are.
I know, but
coming
like they're basically negotiating with terrorists at this point. Like
Yeah.
they have this demand. Like we have all these hostages in this building. Send in this one guy, and then they send in the one guy. And
Yeah.
then, you know.
Well, what I was gonna say is the problem is
Send in the president.
is that Gojo is so powerful, and they have no idea that they have the what is it called, prison realm? Is that what it's called? They don't know that they have that. So. And like Gojo is basically undefeatable at this point, so it's like send in someone who can defeat us.
Yeah.
Okay. There's probably something going on here, but you know we'll probably.
But if they knew something was going on, they must not like. I just don't know. I don't know if they're anticipating there being like another tactic to this. Or not, or yeah, if Gojo's just overconfident and he's going in because like, yeah, I mean, it is what it is, I gotta go in.
Or they just don't have a choice but to kind of do it and then react because they don't have the opportunity to make the first move here, you know? Even though they already knew about it in advance. And I think that's
Did they know about, I don't think they knew about the date. They didn't know about the Halloween date. We heard that from Geto's mouth.
Oh. I thought that they knew about it because they are like here and like planning about it and like getting ready for it. But maybe I guess it's just
I think you misremembered. Geto said it in confidence with the other cursed spirit guys. I don't think they knew about it. I could be wrong, but I don't think they knew about it. I think it was their plan to spring this so that they could get Gojo alone, and then
I think I was just
conquer.
misremembering.
Rip MECHAMARU, crazy fight for most of the episode.
Yeah.
Kind of a foregone conclusion, but it was decent animation. Something like it was like weird at times. If I'm being completely honest, I was hyped up by it. I liked it. But there was a lot of like when they do the one shots and it was like falling around when he was turning in all those things, and it was like, yeah, it was good animation, it was cool, but it was kind of hard to follow at times, and
it was very zoomed in,
yeah.
And there was a lot of stuff going on, but it was really, really difficult to place like where anyone was at any point, you know? Like later it's like, are they still inside the head of giant MECHAMARU, you know?
I mean, they were like from the environment they were, but it was just the scale for movement because he was sitting in this like room, and the action was played in a way that it seemed like he was moving a lot further. Like they were both like there was a lot more distance in some shots than others, or than I had anticipated, and I feel like I didn't have enough visual context for it to really follow along in that moment, because like I'm like, oh, are we in here? Of course we're in there. Like that's where it's happening. But anyway, I guess nitpicking about the animation is kind of dumb, but it's just my honest opinion. So all those people, because they were like, nothing's happening to them, when they all got like, what the hell happened to them? Like they're like, nothing's happening in the barrier. Meanwhile, like, what happened there? Like hundreds of people got swept up into a fucking like what?
I guess
everyone's
they just
fine. They're
see
panicking.
That. They didn't see that.
Yeah, they're panicking, sure, but nothing's happening. Meanwhile, things happening. Yeah, I mean, yeah, they weren't in there, but anyway.
I wonder if Mahito is like sucking them all up to make into all of his little creatures.
Puppets. Yeah. I mean, yeah, maybe they don't even have any curses. Like, they're like, oh, these special great curses underneath. What if Mahito just, like, transfigures all these people, and then there's 1,000 people there, and they all turn into basically his thralls. Or there's both, and, he'll do both. But also, it's like like you said, the fear of what's going on here is gonna fuel everything, because they're all cursed spirits, and they feed off of cursed energy, which leaks out of people. Obviously, they're very well established throughout the whole series how that all works. So causing a big public event is effective. And that's also why like the whole jujutsu thing is a secret, or it's like a secret society, and they keep it relatively on the down low, is because the more people know about it, the more terrifying it is. And
I like as well the detail of that one girl being able to see the veil coming down, and then everyone else being like, what are you talking about?
Yeah, because some people are more sensitive than others. Yeah. So
Geto was like getting really into that fight. This is I
think
feel
he was anticipating. He was getting kind of excited.
Yeah, it's just interesting because I feel like we haven't really seen him this lively at all.
Yeah. What was so we learned a few things. One thing I want to check is the simple domain. New shadow style simple domain was created by who? Created in the Heian era. Devised in the Heian era, which is when Sukuna is from. Era full of fierce cursed spirits and curse users when Jujutsu was at its height. Okay. And it was created, this technique was created by Sadatsuna Ashiya. Now let's check out our good old movie, Jujutsu Kaisen 0, and go to the end when he learns that he's the descendant of someone. Sugawara Michizane. Not the same person. I thought they were going to just spout the name that we just heard. That's the third person from the Heian era. So, Sadatsuna Ashiya, and then I gotta write these down. Sugawara Michizane. I'll write it down after. And then there's Ryomen Sukuna.
I don't think that they said that the other guy was from that era.
That's true.
He could have just been like from.
That's true. That's true. That's true. I was just assuming. So yeah, I guess you're right. Maybe there's just two. So we have two at the very least, possibly three, but probably more like two.
This guy's seemingly like a good guy. Sukuna, obviously like a bad guy.
We got a Madara Hashirama situation from 1,000 years ago, or more like a Ashura Indra situation. It seems like. Yeah, I don't know what to make of that. So there's this technique that's just new shadow style. New shadow style. Obviously, that makes you think of Megumi and the Zenins with the 10 fucking shadow demons, whatever it's called. I forget what the name of it is, but it's like shadow magic. So maybe there's some connection there. Wait, there's a pact, and so that's what the pact. That's what I want to
in
go
order
back
to learn that, you can't teach it to people.
It was passed down in his school, and a pact forbade his students from intentionally conveying that technique to others. So he is a part of this like ancient school within the Jujutsu school, and so is Miwa. Because
I think it was that he just watches Miwa so much that he noticed what she was doing,
and then he probably researched it himself.
Yeah, well, I think he just had to I think it's the kind of thing that you just have to learn from watching someone, because if you cannot intentionally convey the technique to anyone else, that means you can't write about it, you can't talk about it, you can't tell anyone about it. Necessarily, there's probably like legends about it of like, oh, there's like the secret technique, blah blah blah. But if Miwa actually knows it, whether she like fully knows about it or not, or she just picked up on it from somewhere.
It could be passed down and like unintentionally.
Yeah, so it's like if she's just doing it and he's watching her constantly, and then he sees what she's doing and is like, oh, I'm gonna.
Which, by the way, makes it more tragic because he like loves her and he's like watching her because he loves her, and then he learns this like deep. He
learns
secret.
this technique that like almost saved him, but didn't.
But how did I need to know more about, or I want to know more about the pact nature of this, because like he learns about it, and then does that mean just knowing about it enters you into the pact, or passed down in his school, and a pact forbade his student? Yeah. Yeah.
It's like a get out of jail free card.
Literally. I'm wondering like what the hell, do you just make a technique? It's just crazy. I guess there's stuff like Black Flash, which I don't know if that's technically a technique. Cause like techniques, like cursed techniques are like hereditary basically, or like you can't like teach or learn them. Like as far as the first information when we were first getting described this on like a basic level, that was sort of the basic rule, is that like 80% of your talent is just, you know, you're born with it. That's why Gojo is so powerful, because he just is born with these tools. He learned how to use them better, but it's like he knew them before. So the nature of this technique is interesting, because if there's like a pact involved with not sharing the information, but you can learn it from watching somebody and then get the knowledge of how it was created and you know, how it works and everything just by watching it be done. Like I understand, like I could understand really closely analyzing something and realizing there's something going on there, investigating it, watching it more, and realizing, you know, how what it works, but all the history about it and all that kind of thing is interesting and mysterious to me. And I don't know if it's supposed to be or if I'm just dumb as fuck, honestly, but
neither of us slept very well last night, so it's just like using every brain cell like to try and figure out what the hell's going on.
In the Heian era, I want to go back and watch Miwa do it for the first time. Maybe she mentioned something about it. I think we did know about the simple domain thing before. I think that's what she said, like the simple domain. We're like, wait, simple domain?
Yeah, because like usually your domain would have to...
he knows it. That's the interesting thing, is he knows what it is. A domain neutralizes all other techniques. What were you saying? I
was saying, like, normally to get out of a domain, your domain has to be better and more complete than like the other guy's domain. But I guess maybe that's like the point of this one, is that it's like so simple and so basic that it is like very complete, just like on the basis of it. Like there's not supposed to be much to it, so it's like 100%ed, but it's just like a
smaller
nothing
version. Yeah, I think you're onto something.
And it's not for like attacking, it's just for getting out.
It's
like,
for countering.
Like you can't get someone in your domain.
It's a counter, and that's how Miwa uses it. It's like somebody attacks her, gets in her bubble, and then she instantly hits them. But the only time we saw her really use it, she saw her use it twice. We saw her use it once against, I think, Yuji, and then she missed on purpose because she didn't want to kill him. And that was like, wait, so you've developed this whole attack to hit people 100% of the time, but you missed? So, but it was intentional. And then the other time was when she was fighting Maki, and Maki was styling on her. And then Maki throw the bullet back, or what did she do? She threw a rock or something, or a weapon at Miwa instead of attacking directly, because she knew that it was like a one in the chamber dunzo, just insta-kill, and it was over. Even if it's a simple one, activating it inside a domain would damage Mahito. So, umbrella theory. Brother here knew exactly what it was. Okay? And it's from the Heian era. It's been passed down for like however many years. And my brother in Christ, and my brother in the Antichrist here, knows exactly what it is. So is that lending credence to the possibility that he is possessed by somebody from the Heian era? Perhaps? Or at least old enough to have seen enough shit to do this? Or not to do it, but to see it in other people?
Yeah, to just instantly know about it.
I think so. I think that's the only way. I mean, it's so the difficult thing with reasoning this out to me is that MECHAMARU figured it out by watching a teenager do it and then knew all this history about it. So it's hard for me to determine whether not Geto here, Umbrella Man, knows about it. Like it's like, okay, if he can figure it out,
or whether it's like Geto could have known this regardless of whether
apparently anyone with enough attention span can figure out this ancient secret. So like because all MECHAMARU did was watch this girl do it, and he figured it out. So it can't be like, oh, this is some deep arcane knowledge that nobody knows about because a teenager figured it out after a few weekends of practice.
I was also thinking that I just remembered that Mahito said that he...
Unless he knew about it otherwise.
What I was going to say is that Mahito said that he released his technique to trick him that he was dead. So I guess it doesn't actually help you break out. It just like makes it so that you don't get like a one hit destroyed in the domain and can like, and it damages the user.
Well, it's like with me. So basically it's like with how Miwa did it. It's like if you enter the bubble, you instantly get hit 100%, just like any domain expansion. And a domain expansion is an expansion of that idea of so the simple domain is a smaller version, and a domain expansion is like you have enough cursed energy to like make a room out of, or a bubble or a space, pocket plane out of your cursed energy, and it has the properties of a domain. It's just expanded. So it's a good naming scheme, but the domain allows you to hit somebody 100%. So what happened was big domain and then a smaller domain inside the big domain. And then because they were in the big domain 100% accuracy, natural 20 struck MECHAMARU. I'm forgetting his real name.
I know.
It feels like a crime against his character.
I know. Because especially as he's like referring to his robots as MECHAMARU, I'm like,
he's
damn,
like becoming a realized
I'm like,
person.
damn, I feel shitty calling this guy MECHAMARU.
We also didn't see a body, so take that for what it's worth. Anyway, and then so 100% natural 20, and then it's like if you hit me with a natural 20, I have this thing where I instantly hit you with a natural 20. Or like if you hit me with an attack, hellish rebuke. It's basically a hellish rebuke. It's like if you can reflect damage back onto the other person with 100% certainty. So like it's a counterattack is what it is. So it's a perfectly accurate counterattack. So that's basically what happened there. I know you know that. I'm just saying it out loud so we can talk about it.
I really like that one shot when like giant MECHAMARU came to life as Mahito was walking away. Like Mahito's just like all done
and dusted, and then it's just like the lights come on. It's creepy as hell. Yeah. I guess okay. Let's do a little bit of investigative work, unless you don't want to.
For which?
For Miwa and.
Oh yeah, I would like to see that.
I wish the ending of this season was as good as this one. At least.
Yeah, I almost wish it was this one. No.
Oh, it's so good. The ending is so good. I love it's like right on the Kamo shot. Oh my god. Dressed the exact same.
What?
Is this a new Shadow Style user? With the sword? Possibly? Possibly? Probably not. Probably not. I was just thinking because we got Kamo over here, which is probably Umbrella Man. I mean, that's, anyway.
Look, he has an umbrella.
And then we got Luffy, fucking Straw Hat Pirate with a sword here. All bent over and scraggly. I wonder if that's like a connection there.
That would
New
be
Shadow
actually
Style.
Crazy.
He like was friends with her like in his previous
his right-hand man was the...
Well, yeah, and that's the other thing is, so if you haven't been following the evolution of the Umbrella Theory, I'm now starting to think that maybe Kamo was possessed. I was thinking Sukuna, because again, it's like back to the Heian era. So that would make if we thought that Kamo was possessing Geto, and that Sukuna or somebody. I think Sukuna, but maybe not. Maybe somebody else.
I think Kamo was just evil.
But if Kamo is possessed, like what's to stop it being a chain? Like if there's this power to like possess somebody, then why does it start there if it goes all the way back to if all of history goes back to the Heian era? To me, it just makes sense that it could go back further.
I guess when I think about it, it's like not everything has to go back that far. Like there can just be like a dude who was really evil a few hundred years ago.
Yeah. And
was so evil and like became a curse after he died.
But it was just 100 years ago.
Yeah, that's fine.
But there's nothing else. The reason I think that it might go back further also is because there's nothing else in that time period that we know. There's like
As
all of
we
the stuff
know
that Kamo did, and then that's it. It's like all the stuff that he made.
Well, I think it's because, like, if you think about it, if it's only 100 years ago, like, if you think back 1,000 years ago, you're like, and we don't even know that many people from back then. We know 2 people.
But there's multiple mentions of it. It's like there's like a lot of allusion towards that period, and Sukuna is like the prime figure. Like is so far like we have the whole axis of evil over here, but Sukuna is like the main antagonist to Yuji, other than Mahito. I'm just saying there's more going towards the ancient times than there is against just when Kamo was. And again, it's like it's not that it's definitely, you know, Kamo was definitely possessed. But it's if we're going with the theory that like Kamo is possessing Geto, then why are we so certain that it's just Kamo? Because it could go back further.
But then it wouldn't be Kamo, because if Kamo was never Kamo the entire time.
Well, everyone's calling Geto Geto.
Yeah, but then I'm saying, but then in your
I don't know, maybe I'm wrong.
In your theory, if Sukuna was possessing Kamo, then we also kind of debunked that, because when Sukuna possessed Yuji, it was like he hadn't been alive for thousands of years.
Really?
Yeah, he was like, he wasn't like, oh, I'm back again.
Guess who's back? Hang on, sorry. Okay, we'll go back to the Miwa thing in a second. Episode 1. Bum, 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 bum. Yeah, so okay, so it's maybe not exactly Sukuna, but there is possible evidence with how he said this. Again, it's like translation errors in season 1 are insane. So, you know, maybe this is based on nothing. But where are the people, the women? What did he say? What was the line what a wonderful era to be in. As if he'd been in like, as if he has like a character select screen of eras that he's been a part of. Anyway, so maybe not Sukuna, but we're learning more and more about other people. I don't know. We need more evidence on that to determine that. But what was I bringing that up for? I'm not thinking of that just now. I thought before that maybe Kamo was possessed by. I thought Sukuna. But maybe not. Maybe not. I don't know. Anyway, whatever. I want to. Oh shit! I didn't mean to do that. Let's check the Miwa scenes where she does the thing. Ooh, Shadow Style Simple Domain. I think that's it for that. Okay. Yeah, Maki, she's a weak bitch. I can't wait to see Maki fight.
Yeah, I hope she doesn't die. And she's on the team with like the guy that she's trying to like prove against. What if she's just like the ultimate badass and then she just dies?
What if that guy just uses her like a fucking pawn? Like it's gonna play on the trope of like you know, the shithead older guy and then like the youngster who's like kind of about to outclass him or is on the way to outclassing him, and then like the old guy turns out to have a heart of gold and like actually entrusts the future to the young person.
Yeah, like
on his
the
deathbed.
guy like.
But instead, he's just like just what you monkeys are good for, like.
The new Shadow School.
Wait, she said new Shadow School?
Yeah.
It's the fastest technique of the new Shadow School. Yeah. Oh, I like that. I like that Maki doesn't know.
Yeah,
like
she's
I
just
like,
like,
it's like,
oh,
oh,
there's
it's got
something going on
there's
there.
some trick. Doesn't know what is just like I like that. I like the side by side. It's good like seeding for what happened this episode. Okay, so we didn't learn anything, but it was good to go back and see it for the first time. I wonder how that will be used the rest of the season. Like I wonder how that's gonna
Someone else is gonna, yeah.
If it's just gonna be Miwa using it, or if it is just a way to tell us that like, because he's like, nobody is able to learn about this, and then Geto's like, I know about this.
Or if it's just a thing to show how much he was paying attention to Miwa and like, you know, expand on their relationship, as well as give us insight into like what her technique could do in the future.
I think it's all of those.
Without just being like, oh, Miwa, every time we see you use your technique, it's just a new thing of your technique, you know?
Yeah. I don't know. It's hard to like put any stock in like, oh, he knew this because again, MECHAMARU figured it out without, maybe we don't, maybe he was a part of it too. We don't know. I don't think so, but maybe he's a descendant of like one of this guy's students. Either way. Anything else? I feel like I want to rewatch this part where they were giving the whole lowdown. I'm gonna rewatch it in editing anyway, but whatever. That detail. Bara's like grooming her, and she's just like, stop. That's so good. It's really wholesome how much Nobara looks up to her. It's funny. Have we met? I don't think we've met this Kusakabe.
I didn't think so.
Again, we learned nothing.
Yes, that's what I'm saying. I don't think there's as much in this episode.
Week, dude. I guess we should enjoy. Oh my god, I got lightheaded. I guess we should enjoy the time between now and next week while we can, because mayhem is going to be unleashed upon the populace.
Everything's just going to be destroyed. We're going to be like, wow, I wish we could go back to next week when nothing was happening.
You mean last week?
Yeah.
All right. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. I feel very defeated by this episode. I feel very defeated.
Not every episode has to have like...
I know, but I want it to have every answer.
Or have a dog. Do you see that?
With a statue?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Very nice.
I think it's a landmark like at the station where this is, maybe. Like if you are in the area in real life, you would recognize that. Yeah. Cameo. Leave a like and subscribe. We'll see you guys next week. I'm Carson.
I'm Lindsay.
Bye-bye.